Words matter. How we use them shapes not only the content we produce, but how that content is received, interpreted, and ultimately acted upon by others. Let me begin by addressing why I avoid hyperbole. Exaggeration, in many ways, is a natural human tendency. It can be an effective tool for adding emphasis, for drawing attention, and for creating impact. In a world where so much competes for our attention, hyperbole can seem like a shortcut to getting noticed. But the very reasons that make it tempting are the same reasons I steer clear of it. When we exaggerate, we cloud the message we wish to convey. Imagine this. You're watching a video. The presenter begins by describing something as the best thing that's ever happened or the worst disaster in history. Such statements are designed to grab your attention, to make you sit up and take notice. Think about 90% of the YouTube thumbnails you see. But as you watch that video, you might start to question whether the situation really warrants such dramatic language. You might begin to wonder whether the person speaking is more interested in eliciting a reaction than in conveying the truth. This is the heart of the issue for me. My primary goal when creating content is to communicate clearly and effectively. I want my message to be understood without distortion. Hyperbole, by its very nature, distorts. It stretches the truth, sometimes to the point of breaking. And when the truth is stretched too thin, it loses its integrity. Instead of helping the audience see something more clearly, exaggeration often has the opposite effect. It obscures the reality of a situation. Let me give you an example. Suppose I made a video discussing a new product and I describe it as life-changing. The word life-changing carries a lot of weight. It's a promise of something extraordinary, something transformative. But what happens if, in reality, the product is simply good, maybe even very good, but not truly life-changing? By using hyperbole, I've set an expectation that's almost impossible to meet. My audience might try the product and feel disappointed, not because the product is bad, but because it didn't live up to the exaggerated claim. In this way, exaggeration not only clouds the message, but also leads to disillusionment and mistrust. And this brings me to another reason I avoid hyperbole. I want to maintain credibility. Credibility is the cornerstone of any successful communication. It's what allows us to build and sustain relationships with our audience. In the context of my videos, credibility means that my viewers can trust what I say. They can trust that I am going to give them an honest assessment, that I am presenting facts as they are, not as I might wish them to be for the sake of making a more compelling video. The moment I resort to hyperbole, I put that credibility at risk. once people start to doubt the accuracy of what I say, everything else I produce is tainted by that doubt. The erosion of trust is a slippery slope, and it's not easy to climb back up once you've started to slide down. We live in a time where trust is a scarce commodity. The media landscape is rife with sensationalism, and the lines between fact and fiction, news and entertainment, are often blurred. In an environment like that, staying true to authenticity is more important than ever. Authenticity is not just about being honest. It's about being consistent, being reliable, and being real. It's about ensuring that what I present in my videos is a genuine reflection of my thoughts, experiences, and beliefs. To me, authenticity means resisting the urge to sensationalize. It means recognizing that the truth in its unembellished form is enough. The facts don't need to be dressed up in hyperbolic language to be meaningful or important. In fact, they often become more powerful when presented simply and in a straightforward manner. There's a quiet strength in truthfulness, a resonance that hyperbole just can't achieve. I also believe that avoiding hyperbole encourages more meaningful responses from my audience. When I communicate without exaggeration, I create a space for dialogue that's based on substance, not spectacle. My viewers aren't reacting to the drama of my words. They're engaging with the content, the ideas, the information that I'm sharing. This kind of engagement is far more valuable to me than the fleeting attention that hyperbole might attract. Meaningful responses are those that contribute to a deeper understanding of the subject at hand. They're the comments, questions, and discussions that push the conversation forward, that bring new perspectives to light. When my audience knows that they can trust what I say, they're more likely to take the time to consider it thoughtfully and respond in kind. This kind of interaction is what I strive for. It's what makes creating content worthwhile. Another aspect of why I avoid hyperbole is that it aligns with my commitment to mindfulness. Mindfulness is about being present, about being fully aware of our thoughts, emotions, and actions in the moment. It's about approaching life with intention rather than being swept away by the currents of habit or impulse. When I choose not to exaggerate, I'm practicing mindfulness in my communication. I'm making a conscious decision to speak the truth, to stay grounded in reality, and to respect the integrity of my message. Mindfulness in communication means being aware of the impact that my words can have on others. It means recognizing that language is powerful, that it can shape perceptions, influence decisions, and even alter the course of someone's life. By avoiding hyperbole, I'm taking responsibility for that power. I'm ensuring that my words are used to enlighten, to inform, and to inspire rather than to mislead or manipulate. There's also a personal satisfaction that comes from knowing that I'm being true to myself. is often the norm, choosing